Welcome back to CK2 The Mad World. Twitch.tv/412 Games is where I'm going to be testing out a load of different CK2 mods, content, that type of thing. Maybe even doing some random streams here and there, so go and check that out if you're interested. I've also set up a public Discord channel if you want to come chat with myself or lots of other friends from the channel, and including our resident expert of CK2 EU4 and Warhammer, Josh, is over there now. Finally convinced him to join it. Go and check that out. Links all below. Have a look. Let me know what you think. So, last episode we left it off, and I basically put it up to a sort of like a group decision, really. I said, do we want to reform the faith as Emperor Rhino the Wise, a character we've been playing as for a very, very long time now. Actually, ages. Holy shit. How long have we been playing as this guy? Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell unless we go all the way back to Lombardy, but there we go. Played as this guy for ages. It's been his life work to, you know, establish his Lycan Empire, reform his religion, really get a name for himself out there. Or did we want to play as Rhino and reform the faith as him, and sort of give him something to be prestigious about, you know? Rather than living in his father's shadow all his life, have our next character do something equally as prestigious as founding the Lycan Empire. And a lot of you actually said, let Emperor Rhino, current Rhino, do it. Because, you know, it's been his life work, he's dedicated his whole life to it, it's been his dream. So that's absolutely what we're going to do here. We're going to reform the religion as Rhino, but not yet. We've got to make sure our vassals like us, we've got to make sure they are susceptible to conversion, that type of thing. Because when we press that button, we're going to flip from Nordic to the CK2 version of the Reformed Nordic Faith, which is Fawn Cedar. What that would do is also any vassals that, you know, like us a significant amount, any vassals that are cynical or things like that, will also flip over to our culture. Now, this guy's zealous, so it's pretty unlikely he will. Whereas if we take a look at this guy, for example, you know, diligent, quick, ambitious, proud, envious, also cynical, chances are this guy will convert, and he also likes us a lot, so obviously he wants to keep us on side there. Why don't we go ahead and also arrange for marriage? He's a pretty good vassal, and he's also not yet married. Does he want to marry my daughter, Princess Kintaro? Why not? I mean, he's a powerful vassal, it'll keep him on side, that seems like a good idea to me. So, that being said, let's go and have a look down the vassal tree. Just make sure, you know, everyone's on board, because this is going to cause a lot of religious opinion again. You know, a lot of issues with that, and as we've just solved a lot of religious issues, I don't want to be going through exactly the same sort of leaps and bounds we went through before, let's put it that way. So let's go ahead and bribe pretty much everybody. Here you go, you can enjoy this. We've got plenty of gold, I assume. Yeah, we could do some more alchemy, though. Definitely wouldn't hurt. Let's go ahead and attempt alchemy. Come on. I need this. Princess Kintaro and... oh, God. As the process completes, a pale light spreads from the entire castle and further out as far as you can see. The gold you had has crumbled to dust, and when you rush to your vaults, you find naught but ash. Lose 426.66 gold, set prosperity value to 0, 75% chance prospering will be removed from Aquisition. Good. We've lost all our prosperity there. That's really good. Well, I mean, that's the downside to alchemy, isn't it? Well, hopefully it won't be too long until we can do that again. We might just be able to cover gifts from the monthly cost anyway if we leave the game on pause, so it's not a big deal. I mean, everybody mostly likes this. Why don't we just see how it goes, right? Let's just give it a go. Reform the Nordic faith. Got just enough moral authority. Let's do it. Boom. The Fawn Cedar Reformation. The ancient Fawn Cedar religion is proving unable to withstand the onslaught of the cross and the moon. Rather than abandoning the old ways, Filka Rhino and the most powerful priests have dedicated to reform the Fawn Cedar faith. With codified rites, a holy scripture, and strict church hierarchy under a single leader, Filka Rhino, they hope to reform the reformed... They hope that the reformed... There's too many forms in here. They hope that the reformed Fawn Cedar faith is better armed to fight back against weak and effeminate foreign beliefs. Name pending. I might actually change the name of the entire religion. For Thor. There we go. Awesome. We are now the Filka of the Filkerate. Filka Rhino, the wise of the Filkerate, funnily enough. Awesome. Right. Well, we're essentially now the Pope of the Norse faith there, the Norse religion. It does make sense, seeing as we are, you know, a demigod, a half-breed descendant of Odin and Balder. So that does make sense. Awesome. So what we want to do now is... I've come up with a compromise. We still want to play as the next characters, because there was another vote I actually put up in the video, and I said, would you guys be okay with me editing Mythos 2 to actually give us a small chance, but still a chance, at becoming a full-blooded god? So after a few generations, if you've had gods and demigods marrying all that time, the blood should eventually become full-blooded god, right? Even now, like, our character it was born of a god and a dragon, or a half-dragon. We're just a demigod. Our son, even though he was born of this sort of demigod dragon, and a full-blooded god, is still only a demigod. It would make sense that eventually after time, you would eventually become a full-blooded god if you kept marrying them off to, who? The Asteroid of Upland? She's not even a god. Well, it doesn't matter. We're not playing as this guy anyway. Poor OO of Upland. We're not going to play as him anyway, so it doesn't matter. So as I was saying, it would make sense that eventually they became a full-blooded god, right? So that's what I've done. I've edited it to give us a small chance that when a father is a god or a mother's a god and the other is a demigod, then the kid can come out a god. So what I'm going to do then, we're going to play as Filka Rhino. We're going to abdicate as Rhino. So we are playing as, ideally, you know, Rhino the Third there. And then we'll actually grant Filka Rhino back his, the Filkerate. And he'll just be the eternal sort of pope of our religion. That way it's going to give us some interesting gameplay dynamics as well. We've essentially got this separate pope in the form of a Filkerate. And then we'll also have us sort of controlling the military in the realm, while our father controls the religious aspect of things. And that might give us an interesting sort of like duality to the government type anyway. So that's what we'll do. We'll give that a go. I mean, we're going to play as Chief Rhino the Lunatic here. Do we want to give him some, maybe a Yaldum or something? Just to buff up his prestige a little bit? What about, we give him, I don't know, Venice? Cola? I mean, Cola seems the least offensive to give him right now, so we give him that. Duke Rhino of Cola. Now, we want this guy to be elected ideally because a lot of our kingdoms are still elective. What about the Empire itself? That's primo. We could flip it over to elective Gavelkind. The only worry is, seeing as this guy's winning a lot of the elections elsewhere, I mean, this is just on primogeniture, so we at least want to give our other son a chance of winning that. We will nominate him there. Yeah, I mean, we could try and force these elections through, you know, get Rhino to win all of these votes. Now that he's a duke, he's going to start building up more prestige, more sort of faith among the fellow vassals. We'll try and give him what we can to buff him up as well, you know, more standing in the realm, things like that. We'll make him master, law speaker or something. That seems a pretty prestigious title. Give him some concubines. Here you go. How about Gertrude, Blood of the Gods? She's got to be some descendant of our house, but you know what? That's fine. There you go. And obviously, he's going to get more prestige for having more concubines, things like that. Another Rob. Sorry, what are these guys? Oh shit, it's a Monster Hunter role. Right, so if we lose this, we lose the game. Or more specifically, we die, and then we'll have to play as what's this, which is just unthinkable, to be honest. So let's go ahead and deal with these Monster Hunter revolts before we worry about elections. And then, we can't really go to war for a while. I think our threat level is 97%. Right, so what that means is everyone and their mother is going to be in a defensive pact against us right now. Emperor Christopher of the Latin Empire, Hockmeister Conrad of the Teutonic Order, King Svetoslav the Hideous. I don't know who half these people are, but they sound pretty scary. The HRE still hasn't joined in against us, but they might eventually give enough time. Oh, God. More monster hunters? 29,000. Frederlag? Yoms Vikings? Holy shit, they're actually really, really powerful. We've got some really good holy orders. And they, of course, have that unique model that makes them look pretty cool with their weird little Zorro masks there. Alright, let's raise some troops then. We should be okay. Emphasis on should be, but I've said that before and lost, so don't get your hope up too much. Right, we're going to retreat from that battle because we're definitely not going to win it. We'll put these troops down so they're not picked off by this raving mob of monster hunters there. Died in battle against Bercy. Oh, no. We just married him off to our daughter. Oh, shit. Okay, never mind. That's fine. Yeah, put all these boats down. God damn it. Right. Those are my retinue troops, I think, which is a real shame. A lot of them did go away. We've got 3,000 away there. We should be fine, but this is a bit risky. I am the wolf. Getting the trait brave. That seems appropriate right now. Got to be brave in the face of very, very angry peasants. So I should have probably paid off those monster revolts before. I'm starting to realize that I might have made a mistake. Okay, that's not a problem. Let's merge these troops together, or at least when they get there, merge them together. Alright. Well, there should be one lot dealt with. Go, go, go. Let's take these guys out before they get too much war score. Alright, 100% war score from those guys. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Alright, problem solved. I feel like we'll save these guys for the specialist of occasions, you know? Maybe when we're feeling a bit down, want to get some murder done to cheer ourselves up. That's what we'll do. You know, we'll torture ourselves some monster hunters that were trying to kill us. Right, let's go ahead and set a boat rally point here in Upland to get our boats to merge there. The Pope just joined an existing defensive pact against us. Good. Good. Just when I thought we had enough enemies. Oh god, they're actually doing quite a lot. You know what, let's focus on tech for a second. Let's take my mind off of this. Go for tolerance, seeing as we're about to reform the religion and completely mass convert a province again. Feel like that's appropriate. Alright, you get on the boats, head over and swow me. Hopefully we can cut them off. Yeah, there we go. Now, do we want to take the river crossing? Probably better than, you know, them actually managing to escape here. 29%? Oh, right. I suppose we should probably counter siege. 48%. And... oh, no. There's 2 men left. Okay, that wasn't nearly as bad as I thought. I was quite worried then for a second when I thought that... saw that 29,000 stat crop up as well. Did I just disband my retinues? Right, back to the election, I guess. Alright, so we flip that over to... we want to flip this over to Gavelkind. What do we need for that? No vessels are fighting each other. Well, there's a very simple way we can fix that. Let's go for round peace. Aha. Yeah, me too. That was Rhino there, shouting that from the top of his castle. Sound like The Sims. Alright, we need a new advisor. Oh, well, what's this doesn't really like as much anymore. We're going to appoint Rhino, seeing as obviously he is the chosen one right now. Now, I'm hoping our vassals would just naturally vote for Rhino based on the fact that what's this is winning a lot of elections anyway, and obviously our vassals don't want too much power to go to one son. So chances are they'll just vote for Rhino because of game mechanics, you know? Seclude myself in prayer and meditation. Let's try and get, like, humble or something. That would let us... oh, wait, we've already got humble? I resolve to be a better man. Brave, honest, diligent, just, charitable, kind. Nothing. Oh, we actually gained just. Did we not already have just? I thought we already had just. Either way. So we've got to work on that abdication. Now, there are a lot of ways we can do that. Obviously, getting content would be one way. And like I've said before, stressed, depressed. Something along those lines would be pretty good as well. Let's switch over to business. There's a high chance of being stressed. So that would help out a lot. And as we're old as well. Now, when you're old, you have to be below something like 3 health and above the age of 60 to be able to abdicate willingly. I don't think that's ever going to happen based on the fact that we're a demigod, you know, werewolf that's constantly gaining health, you know, gaining stronger as we get older there. Who is Javid? I don't know who you are, Javid, so I'm going to become your bitter rival. Alright, we've got to deliver a trade good. Now, I think it was alcohol, but let's just go ahead and double check so I'm not completely buying the wrong thing. Deliver the trade good, and yeah, it was alcohol. Right, let's go ahead and buy that then. Go to market, let's head to market. And we are buying, preferably alcohol. Damn. Pottery, weapons, and armor books. Well, we might as well buy something seeing as we're here and we've got infinite gold. So, I'll take the potteries. Thank you. So let's go ahead and flip over to elective Gavelkind. Now, we don't want to go with elective monarchy because that lets any vassal that's a powerful duke essentially put themselves up for election. Go with elective Gavelkind rather than primogeniture. I know it seems a bit sinful to do that, as you know, when you're playing as Norse, you sort of try and do completely the opposite, but this is going to allow us to pick heirs that are, you know, full-blooded gods rather than demigods, werewolves rather than non-werewolves, things like that, because that's going to be hugely beneficial in keeping this empire together. So we're going to go with elective Gavelkind, and then we're going to nominate our good and joyous and lovely son Rhino. Can we offer to turn him? We can. Would you like to be a werewolf? Do you want to be a werewolf, though? Prince Rhino has returned your offer and gladly accepts it. Thank you. I can't wait to play as Rhino now. Holy shit, he's such a good character. Now, he's also still got that adventurer bonus. I did not even think about that. Levy size plus 20% is huge. So when we're playing as this guy, not only as I assume, yeah, he's got much higher martial than us as it is, he also gets an extra 20% bonus to levies just for being, you know, an adventurer for a few months as well. That's going to give him a ridiculous amount of troops. Wow, okay, fair enough. I appreciate that. Right, a peculiar tradition, I'll support it, why not? And who is likely to be our heir at this point? It is Rhino. We were very lucky in that the game mechanics did actually go in the favour I was hoping. A lot of people are voting for him. The only thing we're going to lose out on is Venice. Funnily enough, we're only going to lose the Kingdom of Venice, but realistically, who cares? I mean, it's all the way down here. And it also means if we get ever to a stage where we can't defend it, we just let our brother go. Goodbye. Oh, whoa, what's this? You can forge an empire for yourself. Alright, so we're keeping Sweden, Norway, the Lycan Empire, and losing, you know, the single county of Venice. Who really cares? I feel like we've kept the important ones at that stage. We've got a werewolf taking over the Lycan Empire, so we're not going to be challenged or anything like that. Speaking of which, let's see what laws we can change. We will challenge restrictions. It's going to reduce our feudal vassal opinion. Challenges may only be brought against adults. We don't really care about it too much. Restricted would mean that new rulers can be challenges for 3 years. That would be pretty ideal. Challenges must wait 3 years before issuing another challenge. Rulers may not receive new challenges within 9 months of their previous one. I feel like we should probably get these up to the maximum, even though it's going to cost us a lot of opinion with our vassals. Although saying that, challenges may only issue 1 per lifetime. Realistically, how many vassals are A, werewolves, and B, strong enough to be able to challenge us anyway? We actually might want to head back to this one, you know. This one seems more of a sort of sliding scale rather than specifically one end being better than the other. Obviously, I'm going to assume that this end is the best one, seeing as it's going to give us -20 and -20 with feudal and tribal vassals there. Do you want to push anything else while we're here? I do like getting a woman on the council up to maximum because that gives us double the amount of chances to pick from. So I'm actually going to go for this one first. In my opinion, that's probably... Oh my god, no. That one's probably the most important one. Okay, right. I see how this is going. It's all starting, is it? Right. That's not that many. We should be alright. If only we had a retinue. Speaking of which, I'm going to go ahead and reappoint my retinue. Why don't we go ahead and do some alchemy while we wait? So we can actually afford our retinue for a start. Go ahead and put anybody on the council at this stage that can pretty much vote in our favour. No longer our spy master, a zombie? Oh, the zombie committed suicide. Damn. Oh, sorry, he's a ghoul. Was that racist? I hope that wasn't racist. Okay. How's the alchemy? There we go. Right, let's go ahead and buy some retinues now that we know we can definitely afford them. I think we'd have been fine anyway, but we can actually carry a lot of retinue at this point, so... Definitely want to be able to afford all these troops reinforcing along with fighting a war. Oh shit, we actually couldn't afford them. I lied. Let's go ahead and hire the Brojalag and the Yoms Vikings there, seeing as they're basically free for us. We'll link them with our retinues as well, just so, you know, they've got that extra buffer in case these guys get some more troops supporting them as they did last time. High Chief, assert the title of... I'll see. Okay, I believe you. Wait, what, Tengri? How did you get that? Who are you? The Lycan bureaucracy is a thing that sometimes seems to have a life of its own. While it's needed to run the Empire, sometimes things get lost within its labyrinthine rules and corrupt practices, such as your taxes, for instance. We lose 1,000 gold randomly. Don't know if I like that. Especially when we don't have any money for alchemy either. Just got to make sure we've also always got some money in the buffer in that case. Just in case we get events like that. We've approved limited women on the council. That's a good start. Usurping more titles? I hope these aren't foreign religions. Now, what's our moral authority? 100%? Oh, because we've got a ridiculous amount of piety, giving us an extra 25%. Also, our diplomacy's buffing up loads as well. That's incredible. Right. Okay, we should be getting to proselytizing. My mistake. There we are. Okay. Well, maybe they converted anyway. No, they actually didn't. Let's get you over there to convert. Right, which of our vassals didn't convert is more important. We should be able to ask them if they wanted to convert. This guy did. Good, good, good. Oh, actually, we can tell just by the shield on the map, I guess. House Doubt Orcs is Catholic. I've never felt more betrayed. We need to be at peace. So once we become at peace, we should be able to convince a lot of them to convert just by, you know, the virtue of our stats being so ridiculously high. And our piety as well definitely helps out. Alright, let's go take these guys out. Pretty easy war. I'm hoping nobody else crops up. There we go. Alright. House Doubt Orcs. If you want to stay being House Doubt Orcs, you're going to have to convert. Religious debate. 73% chance he agrees. Convince him through the use of diplomacy. 16% chance he becomes for Cedar. 16% chance he gains sympathy for pagans. Or 67% chance of just a complete failure. Let's go for religious debate. Grudging mutual respect. Awesome. Sympathy for pagans. That's off to a good start. We've just got to remember to actually push through and finally go for that ultimate conversion later on. This guy, I assume, is zealous, maybe. Why won't you convert? What is wrong with you? Temp religious conversion. He's a lunatic. Okay, that seems fair enough. How would you like to be a werewolf, though? A werewolf? Tempted? They don't know what they're missing. No, I agree. What about House Star Orcs here? Would you like to be a werewolf? Talk to the courtier about gossip. He didn't know what he was talking about. We should probably check the actual religion map mode in a second as well. Would you like to become... No. Religious conversion? Is zealous? God damn it. Okay. Offer to turn. Anybody, please? Somebody? Beautiful new box of incense. Great. We became bitter rivals. This guy actually agreed to become a werewolf. Awesome. Right, right, right. And you are already... What about... Would you like to become a werewolf as well? As Fawn Cedar? I'll support the Carpenters. Why not? And thriving economy is good for the round. Well, that's not exactly giving us stress, does it? Regretful decline. Well, at least they weren't, you know, weird about it. I might have to kill this man off. We could try and attempt a religious conversion on him, though. Oh, we actually did a straight up convert. Okay, well, never mind. You get to live. That's fine. Religion is definitely more important than, you know, turning into werewolves right now. So that's what I want to focus on. She said no. Well, she's definitely on my kill list. Let's put our hired troops down there and just let our retinues kick around for a bit. Good, right. Okay, we've just got to focus on being able to abdicate now. Everything else is set up and ready to go. Dishonorable? When did we become dishonorable? What did I do wrong? Aha, alcohol. Right, let's go ahead and deliver that to our friends at the League. Deliver trade goods, send the alcohol shipment. You're welcome. Alright, how close are we to leveling up then? Oh, shit, we're almost able to get to a Guildmaster. 2,000 assets. What that will let us do is create a center of trade. Very, very powerful boon, which essentially you trade gold, which is, you know, not really an issue for us. You trade gold in exchange for free trade goods, which of course we can invest, we can sell, we can convert into other things. Now, obviously, we want to focus right now on forging ourselves, you know, weapons, armor, jewelry, that type of thing that we've really missed out on. Oh god, speaking of which, I forgot about China. Request invasion? Request invasion? Do you want to go ahead and break up the Seljuk Empire for me? Who can we do then? Rajasthan? Where is that? I actually can't even see where that is on the map. Western Protectorate are actually huge. Wow. Okay. We have the Emperor of the Aquisition Empire over there in Iberia. Samurai of the Deccan Empire. Arabian Empire. Arabian Empire? That formed as well? Okay. Obviously, we want to take out the Seljuks here. What have we got? Carpathia, Seljuk. Yeah, there we are. Right. It was 5,000 grace. Only 5,000? Really? Why wouldn't he do that? Oh, they've got a peace deal with China. Look at that. That's really annoying. Yeah, he's pretty much the only one who does. Why don't we send him off to someone else? And we've got more than enough favor to be able to afford this. We could send them off to Carpathia, I guess. Break those up a little bit. Maybe that's not a bad idea. I'm really sure who else we want to go for at this stage. Sure, let's send them off to Carpathia then. Go ahead and deal with those for me. Now, shall we help the Emperor in his endeavor? We want to Carpathia gone just because they have taken Gotland. That's it. That's my legitimate reason. I'm just going to say excellent. You know what? If they don't succeed, who really cares at the end of the day? Let's go ahead and take a Chinese artifact as well. The History of Tang. Thank you very much. I do like some books here and there. We'll send you my daughter. There you go. You enjoy that. Just as planned. Following the sage advice of Bilka Rhino, the Tang Empire has declared war upon Arpad. Oh, God, I've got to try and pronounce these names. Deso? I'm going to go with that. Maybe look. Desuo Lampertvi? With the intent of showering the Carpathian Empire. Han armies are already marching towards Carpathia, and it seems possible that the spells end. This spells the end. Spells might end them as well, given the state of the world. Let's send him a eunuch. What would you like from my collection of eunuchs here? We've got Sarmon is pretty good. Blood of the Gods, so probably some eventual descendant of my own house there. Very, very good. Worth 375 grace, so there you go. You can have that. He likes wealth. So if we actually send him an artifact, like a Christian artifact, we'll get double the gold for it. Or double the favor, I should say. Is his house pretty stable? He's got a lot of kids. Yeah, his house will live on for a long time. This guy's actually landed on the map. The son of the Chinese emperor there. Okay, weird. You don't usually see that. Wait, 2 Western Protectorates? How has that happened? I don't fully understand the China mechanics, I'm going to be honest with you, but there we go. Weird. Okay, they're in a golden age as well. What do we want to send him? We've got 2 copies of Modest Measures. We could always ship him one of those, send him the Philosopher's Stone. Maybe not. Ideally we want to send him Christian artifacts, so why don't we go and have a look for some? Search all. Let's go for, Nail of the True. Ban of Crimea has the Nail of the True Cross. Really? Yeah, he does. Crown of Thorns, Nail of the True Cross. Well, okay, let's go ahead and steal the Crown of Thorns then and go ahead and send that to the HRE. I have a feeling we'll succeed, seeing as we are an incredibly powerful demigod going to steal this man's hat. Alright, who shall accompany me? My Marshal, preferably someone with the highest stats. Marshal has 28 stewardship, that's not going to help much stealing it into somewhere, besides actually looking for the artifact itself. My Spy Master, also not great. My friend, who's terrible. Prince Rhino, my heir, of course. The 2 demigods on a heist for Jesus' hat. Let's do it. The heavenly Gong Yang Wuji Emperor Taizu of the Tang Empire has gracefully accepted your gift. We'll try to make use of the tribute you sent us. I can see how my choice of tribute might be miscalculated. Why didn't he like that? Dislikes Tengri paganism. I don't see why that's a problem. Weird. That might just be the game messing up. Let's not worry about that. Alright, we've got some more tech practices. Let's go ahead and invest in siege equipment some more. We want noble customs as well, don't we? I think I invested in tolerance earlier, but honestly, it's probably better for the long run. Check the religion map very briefly. Our religion is not doing well. Obviously, it hasn't been around very long, not long enough to start converting places. We give it a few years, maybe a decade or so. We'll start seeing a lot of our provinces actually convert both Catholic and Fawn Cedar. Because we're a reform religion, we have more like... It's not like we're strong against other reform religions, but we're equal with them. Whereas playing as regular Nordic, we sort of were at a sort of susceptibility there. I swear to God, these hiccups will end my series. Right, let's take a look then. What have we got? You've arrived at Ban Yak Vazul of Crimea's capital. As expected, it's heavily guarded. We could convince some servants to let me an 85% chance of success. Done. You know what? I think we're going to succeed this time. You've managed to evade the most patrols to come up outside the treasury. 2 bored guards. Right. Pose the servant, give them poison drinks. 84% chance of success. Done. And who is this? Random girl. She must learn on her own. I'm busy stealing Jesus' crown. My marshal, Duke Povilas of Ostergotland, has put forward a plan for experimentation with new military technology. Sure, you shall have it. Maybe some screaming arrows. Now that you've dealt with guards, you're free to search the treasury for your target. What have we got then? 77% chance. Not as high as I thought. Administrative capabilities. We're both pretty decent administrators, all things considered. So let's go with that one. Come on. Done. Crown of Thorns. Thank you very much. Do we want to keep it? Absolutely not. Of course, we're going to ship it over to China. 7,500 grace. Thank you very much. Anything to please the Emperor, of course. 20,000 grace is a ridiculous amount. And how are they doing in their war with Carpathia, more importantly? Let's take a look. I imagine not much has happened yet. No, nothing. But of course, that's also going to call in the Western Protectorate and their sort of tributes as well. So we've got this whole empire here. The Sin Empire. We've got the Wolf of the whatever that is, Tigin Karganet. We've also got, you know, obviously are the Mongol Empire still part of it, or have they moved over since then? I swear the Mongols took the throne in China. Maybe they took about... Look, I've completely lost track of the game at this stage. Let's be honest. That's understandable. Alright. Can we abdicate now? I feel like this character's definitely done everything he'd ever want to do. Screaming arrows. You receive report of the outcome of the military experiments that your marshal asked you to sponsor. He messed it up. Lose 10 military tech points. Thank you for that. Okay, well, that's not the worst outcome. Sometimes they can build things that, you know, have a chance of actually getting you killed. So, that's probably pretty good in hindsight. Trade practice is level 7. What do we think? Let's go with that. And then let's see if we can actually upgrade our trade guild in our capital. Bring some more cash. We actually can. Wow. Large Baltic Road Trade Guild. There we go. And that's, of course, going to multiply with all of these other modifiers we've got on the trade route itself and in our province there. No, we actually really don't need gold at all. And why don't we actually do some more alchemy and buff up our retinues as well? You know, I really couldn't care less what Rhino's buying with his spare money. Speaking of which, we want to forge some jewelry, probably before we die, so that it will pass down to, or before we abdicate, sorry, so that it'll actually pass down onto Rhino. Set to market. Rhino the third. Just probably clarified. Alright, we want to buy some. Do we have gems or gold? Let's take a look here. We have, we do have gems already, so we want to buy some gold, preferably. And there's some more gold. Speaking of which, let's buy some gold. Excellent. Now, I think that's everything you need. Let's go ahead and contact affiliated artisans. Now, in theory, we should have... Yeah, there we go. Have to make you a crown with gold and silver. Yeah, there we go. Let's do that. Alright, now in theory, this should be the way we craft our, you know, like a scepter, a crown, you know, engraved sword, things like that. This is the way you do it with this mod enabled, which is why the search for smith options weren't working in the early game. Who are you? All the way down here in what was Ethiopia is now sort of this tributary into the sort of Arab Ocean here. Right, okay. Sure, you can marry off my granddaughter? Why not? Got allies all over the world. I've encountered peddler rows many times while carrying out my duties for the trade lead. I think this might be friendship, sure, why not? Where is my jewels though? There we go. 8% chance to get the Crown of Majesty, the Heavenly Circuit, the Crown of Crows, the Hero's Crown, blah, 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 blah. We only get one of them. Obviously, one of 12 options will happen there, and it's completely random what we will actually get out of this. Let's take a look. Crown of the Sea. That seems appropriate, seeing as we are, you know, we're a traveller. We are essentially going to be, we've moved across an ocean to get to Scandinavia from Lombardy. We should probably do a lot of raiding as well. That's definitely the large part of the Norse faith that I'm really not doing here. Let me give you a piece of advice, merchant runner, free of charge. You've yet to find an apprentice. You're right, I have. I generally don't appoint an apprentice so that we get that event and then it's just essentially free assets, right? 200 assets for free. I'll take that. Alright, attempt alchemy. Let's do that again. Now, I'm going to have to look up the recipes for creating the rest of obviously, the crown jewels, things like that. I'll take a look at that before we actually move on for our next character. That's a good start, though, the Crown of the Sea. I blinked, and Denmark appeared. Now, no, this is not just Poland that has changed their title. This is actually Danish King Sigurd, who is Danish. He is a Danish man. He has a Danish name and a Danish face. He does... Wait, is that his capital in Denmark? No, he doesn't live in Denmark. He actually does live in Krakow. But he's, for some reason... What happened to Poland? He does have the Kingdom of Poland. But I guess he just wanted to... I flipped to Danish? Right, so his grandfather was the King of Poland. Weird, okay. Well, there you go, Denmark's back. Now, I kind of feel like, seeing as we have most of Scandinavia, we should probably maybe try and get this guy. Oh, we can declare Great Holy Wars, can't we? I forgot about that. Great Holy War for the UK. I just pressed this without thinking, and now I may regret it, because I haven't checked my air or anything. But we got stressed. Let some time tick. We got stressed. We're ready to abdicate. I've ruled long enough. My health is no longer what it once was. Perhaps it's time to come on to pass my tells to my heir. Oh, we can back out of it. That's fine. So let's just double check before I go through with this that everything's in order, because I really don't want to screw this up. So we've got Rhino, the only candidate in Norway, naturally. So unfortunately, I was still going to take Venice. Not a big deal as far as I'm concerned. Sweden is going to go to Rhino as well. 1 vote for... Oh, right. He's voting for himself. What a loser. Right. Okay. Perfect then. 4 votes for him in... So why Venice then? Why is that separate? I actually don't know why that is. Elective government? Maybe it's because nobody's actually landed in Venice besides me. That would make sense. There are no electors, technically. Either way. Good. Okay, we're set. It's time. Abdicate to Prince Rhino of the Lycan Empire. Gain the trait content. Gain the trait abdicated. What does abdicate do for us? General opinion -10. Months prestige doesn't matter. That's fine. People still love him. And again, we'll make him the head of the religion. That way we've got a separate sort of, you know, realm and religion, which I think would be a really cool playthrough. It is time. Here we go. The defensive pact opposing Rhino the Elephant has been disbanded, and instead one is, you know, about to be founded for us instead. Filco, Rhino the Second. We've done it. This character is so good. Holy shit, what a great guy. Of course, he's married to Princess Linda of the Lycan Empire. Now, I wonder if he's actually had any full-blooded godchildren. Oh my god, they're coming out inbred. Oh no, danger. Oh no. That's fine. We haven't actually had any full... Wait, what? I have Myrrh, my courtier? Oh my god, we gave him a concubine. Wait, she's no longer there though. Who is she? Is she his lover? She's nobody? What? My wife hates me? Tried to convert me, fired from council. She's old Nordic, of course. Well, she will be, won't she? That makes sense. Okay. Wow. So, we do have a chance of getting those obviously incredible god children now. We've got a lot to sort out here, so bear with me a minute. Oh no. Inbred children? Why this woman, though? Maybe she was, I do remember giving him a concubine or something like that. She actually had low fertility, so I never expected them to have kids, and then she ended up having 2, so, that's a bit weird. Okay, this came out pretty cool, but he is only, unfortunately, Blood of the Gods, and we want a full-blooded god here, so... Rhino the Elephant has decided to voluntarily abdicate his rule, citing poor health and other concerns. His titles have been passed on to me. All but one. My beloved father. Obviously, the downside now is that we can't do alchemy every 30 seconds and become incredibly powerful. Now, we need to get coronated. Obviously, that's something that's very, very important to keeping them around together. Take revenge on King Oo. What's this? What has he done? They're rivals. Oh no, I might have accidentally caused us some problems with my succession management. Either way, people want this guy dead. He's got a nice hat, though. That is a really nice hat. Let's go ahead and take revenge on him. I'm quite happy for that plot to carry on. Let's try and have him killed. We don't want to become a kinslayer, but him being our heir is going to make him very, very ambitious. Maybe get above his station a little bit. Now, I started bribing some vassals, and I wanted to let time untick there, so I thought I'd jump back into it. But I was starting to bribe vassals anyway, so they'd like us a little bit more. We just didn't have quite enough gold for everybody here to sort of keep them on side. We don't want too many revolts, especially as we are just about to assassinate our brother and potentially get the kinslayer trait. So let's try and keep them on side a little bit. And Rhino the Wise, grant landed title. Can we give him the Filcaret? You know what? I don't think we can. That's a shame. Why can't I give you the Filcaret? I think we can give it to anybody normally. Let's just as a test. I'm not actually gonna, you know, give it to anybody randomly. Yeah, we can actually give it to this dude. Why can't we give it to Rhino? Does he have to be landed? That would make sense. Well, that's quite easy to fix him. We could just give him, we could just give him, like, Upland. Upland makes sense, seeing as that is sort of the religious capital of, the Nordic faith. Let's give him the Earldom of Upland. Let's grant him. There we go. The Filka, right? They have to be landed. Boom. Filka, Rhino the Wise. Awesome. So he is still the head of the religion. Don't worry about it. Rhino the First. I suppose he would be Rhino the First because he was the first emperor. Of course, we're Rhino the Second now. That's really cool. I like this system we've got set up. So we are still able to carry on our stories and our family and our dynasty. But we've got ourselves the head of the religion there in the forms of Filka Rhino, the beloved Filka Rhino, I should say, as well. Sweet. Let's leave it there. I've got a lot of work to do between the episodes, sort of making sure vassals are okay, factions are okay, sort of that boring dishing out land and making sure people like us, honorary titles, that type of thing. Thank you for watching. Next episode, we're going to try and breed ourselves a god. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward, you know. Just as you do, really. Breed yourself a god.